So we are going to prepare long grain steamed rice, long grain white rice steamed for service for our Chinese menu. The first step is to measure out the white rice into a bowl, and then we need to rinse it several times to get rid of the excess starch. The rinsing has to be done very gently. If you treat the rice roughly, once it's wet, it starts to crack and break. And once it starts to crack and break, first of all, you'll have pieces of rice that are no longer whole, but more importantly, it releases more starch, and you have to rinse it longer, which diminishes the quality, and it takes a lot longer, and you end up with lots of broken, sticky rice instead of long grains of fluffy rice. If you see, I have only about an inch of water over the rice at the moment, and it's milky white. That's how much starch is on the surface of this rice. So what we need to do is gently strain off the water. The only reason that I use the china cap is to keep the rice from falling into the sink. Don't shake it, don't mishandle it, don't break the rice. And then we're going to rinse again. Notice that I'm not being vigorous with my hands, I'm being gentle with my hands. The water's a little more clear now. And we're going to rinse this rice 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, as many times as we need for the water to be clear. I'm going to put this to the side now and turn to some rice that's already been rinsed until clear. And we've taken it and prepared it so that we can use the rice cooker. Most Asian kitchens, commercial and home, will have a rice cooker. This is a commercial model. It holds about 16 cups of rice. The pan has graduations that tell you how much rice it will hold, as well as how much water to add. It's good to note that the cups designated here are not U.S. standard cups. They're actually 180 milliliter cups as a standard in the rest of the world. But once the rice has been rinsed until clear, we put it into the rice cooker bowl, and we add clear, fresh water. The amount of water that we add is a ratio of 1 part water for 1 part rice. So the amount of rice that we had was 12 cups. The amount of water that we added was 12 cups. And if I put my hand down into the bottom, it just about covers the end of my knuckle on my index finger. That's another good indicator that you're in good ratio. You can see that the water is fairly clear. It doesn't have to be crystal clear, but it shouldn't be milky. Now we open the rice cooker. We place the rice with the appropriate amount of water in. We close the cooker. There's an on-off switch. We can switch it to cook. The orange light goes on. It will take between 20 and 25 minutes for the rice to be cooked through, at which case it will automatically switch to the warming function where it will hold. It can hold there for an extended period of time, but for our uses, we like to remove it soon after it's finished cooking to a warm hotel pan. Using a pair of chopsticks or a long roasting fork, we will gently fluff the rice, cover it with plastic wrap, and then hold it in our warming box or on a steam table ready for service. Check with the chef before you put it away for holding to make sure that it's done properly. The first time you do this, you might want to check with the chef at each step of the way to make sure that everything is going according to plan. That's what you need to know about rice. Thank you.